What's going on, guys? Doing a little work on the 360 project here. Went ahead and dusted, vacuumed the whole motherboard, casing, took apart the water block, cleaned it all out. Took some isopropyl alcohol, Q-tips, paper towels, cleaned off the old thermal paste, got myself some new thermal paste, put that on, just screwed on the water block. Also just ordered a little, it's technically a Red Ring of Death fix kit. It replaces the X clamps with just regular screws. I just got this for a couple bucks so I can use the washers here on the block, because I did find the screws for it, but washers are easy to lose. Got the fan, DVD drive. I'll go ahead and place it back in the metal casing for now. Alright, there we are. Back in the case here. I'll need to go ahead and put the screws back in to hold the motherboard in. We should be done with this part of it. I'll go ahead and place the DVD drive. Be sitting about right there. I mentioned I might not be using the fan tunnel, but I think I will be. Actually going to go with kind of an RGB color scheme with the lights. I know I mentioned that with the Slim, but I think it'll look better with this. I'll have the copper radiator, copper end caps on the reservoir. Now this fan has blue LEDs in it. I'll be replacing some of them with red and green, so it'll have all of those. And I'll go ahead and get I guess I won't need a splitter. I'll probably get a splitter for this since it's a 5-volt fan, and I'll be getting a temperature display. Those run off 5 volts, so I can splice it into this fan. Now, I said I wouldn't be using the LEDs that came with this Ghost case, but I'll probably still use that power cable for the DVD drive. I could just cut the wires. It already has the extended wires on it, so I can wire the pump up to that, as well as maybe some extra, or the pump and the fan that goes on the radiator, which will also be RGB. I'll be getting a white temperature display, probably white fluid, so it'll be kind of white fluid, white temperature display, maybe some accent white LEDs, and then all the fans will be RGB. And I'll also be having a pretty cool ring of light where each player is a different color. Go ahead and grab the pump real quick. Here we go with the pump inlet outlet here. And I'll probably be facing this way, and this is right about where it will be placed. I'll probably adhere it to USB casing there, and there'll be plenty of room for the case to go over this. You can see it sticks out maybe a millimeter or so. It goes right up here. I'll have a 90-degree fitting, so it'll go directly into the water block, and then these two, the entrance or the exit of the water block, entrance of the pump, will be kind of routed off to the side. I'll have to make some holes in the case. Of course, I'll need the one big hole right about here, so where the fan and radiator will go. And I've got the reservoir, which will pretty much sit over the DVD drive. Okay, so like I said, I'll probably be keeping this in here. I don't think it'll be getting in the way, just through the fans and fan tunnel in there. We'll set the pump right about where it's going to go. Obviously it'll be actually adhered to this mount here. I want to leave a tiny bit of room here because the screws that hold in the ring of light board stick out a little bit in the back. And then, like I said, I've got the 3-pin connector on the pump. That way when I'm testing other things I can leave the pump not plugged in. So obviously you don't want it to run unless you got the loop hooked up with some fluid in there. As you can see from the top, we'll have plenty of room. If this is going straight into this one, we'll have plenty of room to make this go around the fan tunnel, or if I need to, it can go through here and just make a little cutout in the side. And I haven't figured out if I want this one to go straight up. I'll have to see exactly where I'll have the radiator, which I think I've showed in a previous video. I've got the copper radiator here, and I'll have to figure out if I want it this way or this way where the fittings are. We'll have to see about that. Waiting on LEDs for the ring of light. Not a whole lot other things I'm waiting on. Just a couple other, mostly LEDs for fan here. I have yet to order the fan for the radiator, the coolant, and the fittings I'll need, and the temperature display. And since the pump will actually be over here, I might have to move the temperature display right in this little gap here between the DVD drive and pump. And obviously I'll make the cutout in the case for the temperature display, the cutout for the radiator and fan, and mounting, a couple holes for the mounting points for the fan, as well as the cutouts in the back for the tubes to come up, where obviously one will go into the reservoir to feed the pump, and the other one will come out to go into the radiator. That's why I haven't decided if I want it to come out this way, kind of loop around, come out this way, go into the radiator, other side back into the reservoir, or if I'll route it to the back as well and then have it come out, go in the radiator over back to the reservoir. Which I will probably do that second version, because see, we got the 2 or the 3 holes here for the fittings. That way they can both go in and out on this side, and I can kind of tilt it, the whole thing backwards, and use this side as the fill port. And that way, if we got this on this side, I can also use this fitting here for like a drain plug. Just make it easier. Apart from that, after I wait on those LEDs and other parts to come in, I'll have an update video cutting the case, getting the loop exactly how I will have it, and get some more assembly going on. And that is pretty much it for this video. Until I get some more parts in, we'll have to see if I end up finishing this first or doing the second project I talked about that I'll be doing in between this build and the slim build. And once those 3 are done, I'll have a little special project. Like I said, it was kind of a remake of one of my systems that probably had some of the best feedback out of all my projects. And that'll be a little bit of a teaser there. I got the water block for it already. I wanted to grab it. There's only one site that I know of that still has it, so I wanted to just get a head start on that. And that's it, guys. So thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.